Now that you've seen Avengers Infinity War, it's time to take a step back from the bigger picture and enjoy some of the smaller moments from the film. Between all of the great action and character interactions are a collection of Marvel Easter eggs that you may have missed. Before you watch, click subscribe. You'll join our notification squad and be the first to know of new Screen Rant content.
Alright Guardians, don't forget this might be dangerous, so let's put on our mean faces.
Loki's time in Avengers Infinity War may have been short-lived, but just before his shocking death, Thor's brother did get to deliver a nice callback to the original Avengers. In the first Avengers, Tony Stark delivers the "We have a Hulk" one-liner to Loki before the Hulk emerges and causes all types of destruction. In Infinity War, Loki delivers the same line to Thanos, but Hulk's efforts are not enough to save Loki from dying. After Loki's death, tears only came from one of Thor's eyes due to his brutal injury from Thor Ragnarok. Thankfully, the Pirate Angel didn't have limited vision for too long. After building up a gag for multiple movies, Rocket Raccoon, or Rabbit as Thor referred to him, gave Thor one of the eyes he has collected over the years. Rocket's penchant for collecting body parts has finally paid off, but Bucky Barnes better watch out, or he could be the next target. While Rocket Raccoon was dealing with loose eyeballs, the teenage Groot was doing what most teenage boys do: wasting his time with video games. What were you thinking? Throughout the film, Groot was using a retro handheld game. Look close and the game name is Defender. The plot of the game follows a ship which must shoot away at an endless array of aliens. Sounds a lot like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and probably the exact reason the specific handheld game was chosen for Groot to play. Just like his role in Captain America: Civil War, Spider-Man steals nearly every scene he is in, and for the Infinity War he gets a whole new suit and superpower. The superpower is his Spider-Sense. First seen on the bus with the hairs on his arms raising, the Spidey-Sense is used in a tragic way towards the end of the movie. As characters die off and fade to ashes, Spider-Man can sense his impending death coming, unlike a majority of the other characters. This is why his death scene was extended for so long. Speaking of the Spider-Man bus scene, the moment marks one of Marvel's great traditions, the Stan Lee cameo. This time around, Lee plays the bus driver, who thinks nothing of seeing an alien ship fly across the sky. Besides Stan Lee, another great Marvel tradition is the post-credits scene. For Infinity War, we get one scene, but 3 Easter egg surprises. The first is the return of Nick Fury after being absent from several Marvel films. Fury's appearance will help promote his upcoming role in Captain Marvel. The person with Fury was Maria Hill, an agent who was featured in both previous Avengers movies. Both characters disappear and become victim to Thanos' deadly Infinity Gauntlet finger snap. Right before Nick Fury disappears, he sends out a distress signal. The signal appears to have the Captain Marvel logo on it, indicating we will see Captain Marvel not only in her own solo film, but in the 4th Avengers in 2019. Thanos showed no mercy while attacking various members of the Avengers. In many cases, he harnessed the power of the Infinity Gauntlet to unleash his attack. For Captain America, taking out the hero only took one massive punch. In the Infinity War miniseries comic book, Thanos also used a single punch on Captain America, but the giant fist killed him in the panels. Thankfully in the movie, Captain America was able to recover within a few minutes, just a few minutes too late to save his friends. While Captain America was dealt a devastating punch, Thanos had fun playing around with other heroes, mainly the Guardians of the Galaxy. In their fight scene, he turns Mantis into a spool of ribbon while transforming Drax into a collection of large cubes. Both of those moments were taken directly from the comics, even though his victims were Nebula and Star Fox in Marvel panels. Another scene taken straight from the Infinity War comic book panels came from Spider-Man's attempted attack on Thanos. In the movie, he shoots Thanos right in the face with some webbing. The moment worked great in the movie, even if it wasn't really effective for Spider-Man. At least he didn't suffer the same fate as the comics by seeing his skull crushed on a large rock. Tony Stark's visions of the future have changed his outlook on being a hero. We've seen this transition through the films, and in a speech during Age of Ultron, Stark looks up into deep space and says, "That's the end game right there." Doctor Strange brings the same speech back by stating, "We're in the end game now." This was a clear reference to Stark's speech and premonitions of the future. Doctor Strange played a pretty big role in Infinity War and had the chance to show off some of his magic in a one-on-one battle with Thanos. To fight the Purple Beast, Doctor Strange used magic known as the Images of Ikan. Also used in the comics, Doctor Strange clones his body and has multiple versions appear. Seeing the comic book art come alive on the screen made Doctor Strange seem even more powerful. One of the biggest shockers in Infinity War was the return of the Captain America villain Red Skull. In a huge twist, Red Skull has been the keeper of the Soul Stone all this time and held it on the planet Vormir. While the Red Skull makeup was still top-notch, the look and voice may have felt slightly off because it was a whole different performer behind the mask. Hugo Weaving did not return for the role and was recast by Ross Marquand, a former cast member of The Walking Dead. While Red Skull was stealing the scenes on Vormir, all people were looking for was blue skin on the planet Nowhere. Infinity War directors Anthony and Joe Russo are known for their time on Arrested Development and love to put in nods to the cult comedy. In The Collector's Home, look in the glass enclosures and spot a man with glasses, painted blue skin, and a pair of jean shorts. He's modeled to look just like Tobias when he auditioned for the Blue Man Group on the TV show. Star-Lord gets to interact with some of his fellow Earthling friends, but clearly times have changed over the years. He mentions the movie Footloose a number of times, including in an exchange with Spider-Man while calling it the greatest movie of all time. Peter Parker quickly snaps back, "It never was," and officially started a Footloose and Dirty Dancing debate among the Marvel fanboys. Peter Parker kept the classic movie references coming, referencing the ending in both Alien and Aliens. Peter Parker's plan works to send an alien out to space by blasting a hole out the side of a ship. The homage was a great reference to the classic Alien films. The Guardians of the Galaxy weren't the only ones bringing the comedy this time around, as Tony Stark kept his signature wit about him as chaos and tragedy ensued. At one point, he refers to Ebony Maw as Squidward, one of the main characters of SpongeBob SquarePants. Seeing how SpongeBob is not a global phenomenon, Stark's joke was dubbed over differently in certain countries. For example, in France, he refers to Ebony Maw as Voldemort instead. Both work pretty well for the alien creature. Stark keeps at it with his hero buddies as well. At one point, he jokingly insults Star-Lord by calling him Flash Gordon. The retro sci-fi reference is actually not too far off, as Flash Gordon is about a space traveler who has left Earth and takes on various aliens with a group of heroic friends. We're just not sure who has the coolest costume at this point. If you thought Flash Gordon was an outdated reference, then you should check out Star-Lord's new music player, which made a quick appearance in the movie. Peter Quill has upgraded from the cassette Walkman to an MP3 player which can store hundreds of songs on it. While the Zune sounds like a made-up space-age MP3 player, it's actually a real product, once sold by Microsoft to compete with the iPod. You could probably find some cheap Zune players on eBay right now. A large part of the Avengers Infinity War takes place in Wakanda. The homeland of the Black Panther is filled with numerous Easter eggs and references. For the locals there, Bucky Barnes is referred to as the White Wolf. In the Black Panther comics, the White Wolf is actually the adopted brother of T'Challa and eventually becomes an enemy to the hero. After Bucky's evil turn in Winter Soldier, he will likely stay good, but could adapt into the White Wolf nickname to fight crime. Captain America doesn't appear in Infinity War as much as he should, but when the hero is on screen, pay close attention to him and his outfit. Once pieces start chipping away, you can see a scale design underneath. This design is reminiscent of several Captain America outfits that were featured in Marvel Comics but never made their way to the big screen. After 3 solo movies and 3 Avengers movies, we have finally learned Thor's age during a quick piece of dialogue. The God of Thunder clocks in at 1,500 years old. Wonder how many of those years it took him to grow out the long hair before he chopped it all off for the 3rd Thor film. In the comics, Vision has gone through multiple looks over the years, including an all-white appearance for the West Coast Avengers. If you wiped your tears away long enough to notice, as Vision was dying, his body turned all white for just a few moments, showcasing an alternate look that could be used in the future. Speaking of the future, a small scene focuses on the mention of Thanos' father, Alars. Red Skull mentions him to both Thanos and Gamora. This is crucial in establishing the character, because Alars is a member of the Eternals, a long-rumored Marvel project that has been in the works. Getting his name out there is the perfect way to build hype for the future of the MCU.
This does put a smile on my face.
Wow! What was your favorite Easter egg? Were there any that we missed? What surprise character were you happy to see again? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Rant on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos. Thanks for watching.